EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want. And other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Okay, ready? 18, 5 in.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, come on. Hey, Kevin Pirate.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Cooks will come in motion right. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Cooks. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush, talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Etienne up the middle. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure...
Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. The Jaguars had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Back to the ground with Etienne. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
4th down, here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. He's got room at the 30. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Jaguars. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
The point after through the raindrop. up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On second down, here's Pierce. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ready, Dragon 60. Hurt.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Here we go, set.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. Taken down at the 42. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Let's go. Go. Hey, exit.
On first and 10, it's Etienne. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. On the counter, Etienne. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that. That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st.
Ready. Warriors, 17.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Ready, set. Drop 60, drop 60.
They're going to try and throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. A run for Pierce out of the gun. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Here's Pierce. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
On second and very short, Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Ready?
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A gain of 3, second down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Dewan Smoot getting in there, recording the sack.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
On the set. 50 Falcons.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 36 yards on the play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw here. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Second half starts with a run by Etienne. No gain on the play there. Second down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On the return, Hardy, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. He gets it to Cooks.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run here with Pierce. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll drop to throw.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown!
Dameon Pierce.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They go play action with Lawrence.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Set, ready? Hey, Charlie!
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Forced out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 5 now. Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Zay Jones
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action from Jacksonville.
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Straight ahead, Etienne. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On the ready.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Complete to Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Here's Lawrence.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 2nd and goal,
Lawrence.
looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Third and goal from the 6.
On third, here's an option play right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Texans defense stands tall.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That's Foley Fatukasi, who got in there and finished off the play.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
Yeah. See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Mechie.
Come on. Back to 50. Back to 50. 69.
Back to throw again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. They're going to look to throw.
And that's complete downfield to Cooks.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And this one too low.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Lawrence.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about it.